everything's gonna be fine. Me, myself, and wine.
Hi, I'm Sean Cullen, and on So You Think You Know Wine, we don't just play with wine, we play with words. Because how do you describe wine except through poetry? The poetry of the spoken word. The scoring is very simple. There are 10 points at stake. You can get 3 points for guessing the right grape. You can get up to 4 points for getting the country, the appellation, and the region. And then there's 2 points if you get exactly the right vintage, 1 point if you're a year off on either side, and then 1 more point for getting the price exactly right. So, 10 points. Do you think you could do it? Let's see how they do. So you think you know wine? Ha! You don't. Ladies and gentlemen, not as well as our 3 tasters here today. We're going to find out who knows their wine. And we have 3 amazing guests today. I'm going to start with the beautiful and talented Pay Chen. I first met her in Winnipeg at 5 in the morning. It was horrifying. She's lovely. She's going to taste some wine. This, Bill Zacharkiw, right here. His head is cool. And now our third expert, John Szabo, who is the first master sommelier in Canada. We have our first wine here. This is our first program in our competition. It's exciting. We have this wine here, which I'm going to go out on a lim and say is a white.
Would you like me to?
I would love to have a little bit. Let's ladies
thank
first.
you. It's
She's
very
no
kind of
lady,
you.
but go ahead.
Not really, but.
Thank you.
And then we do this.
And what does this do? Just aerates the wine? Is that what it
Right,
does?
just brings it to life.
Then we have to
Okay.
smell it. So then we sip it. Okay.
That's pretty good wine.
That's delicious.
Wow,
you like that?
I wish we had swallowed it.
So what do you like this? Do you dig it?
I'm okay on it. Yeah.
It's very dry, am I wrong?
It's dry.
No, you're right.
Not fruity.
No sugar. Mine are fruity, a little bit more woody than that. You pick up a little bit of the
Yeah.
spice, a
Woody,
little touch
I've
of caramel,
smelled a
a
little
little touch of...
I think I'm
Buzz.
used to a
There's
sweeter
caramel
wine, and
aspect.
it's not
Caramel.
super sweet to me. So
All right. So it's time to maybe get our guesses. Of course, they won't be guesses. They'll be perfectly accurate
there'll be facts.
summations of what this wine is.
I'll go with Chardonnay.
Chardonnay?
I'm going to have to go with Chardonnay,
Okay.
not because Bill went with Chardonnay,
Okay,
but
well
because
then.
I think it's Chardonnay, you know. it
Next,
smells and tastes.
then you go next with the next category, country.
Well, here's where it gets a little tricky, right? Because Chardonnay grows in pretty much every country in the world.
Yeah.
And, you know, like that employ, there's better and worse examples, you know?
Of course.
And I think this is one of the
It's a
high-class
courtesan.
ones.
It's a courtesan.
This is, you know, this is first class.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Canada.
Canada. All right. Pay, what do you think?
Why he's got?
I'm going to agree with him because I just like the idea of going with Canada.
Canada Chardonnay?
I also like the way that you guys stared at each other for a moment. It was very romantic.
So
I don't
what
know.
do
For
you
me,
think?
for me, there's something that is taking it to maybe like a cool place in a warmer country.
Oh.
It could be from Australia, like Clare Valley.
Oh. The Clare Valley. He's laughing at you. He's mocking you.
But you know, you got to
That is
differentiate,
the
right?
most
Because
outrageous.
Bill.
my thing is that you got to go for it, right?
All right, you got to just
So
be
if you'd
yourself.
studied, you'd realize that there's very little Chardonnay in the Clare Valley. It's not impossible,
It's not impossible.
Or
But
Adelaide,
he said it was-
Adelaide
happen.
Hills.
but
Okay, Adelaide Hills.
If you wanna
Okay.
do, like,
You're gonna, is
more
that your
specific.
final
Yeah, Adelaide Hills.
appellation? Okay, there we go. So now it's vintage.
2010.
whoa,
That's an
Just-
old wine.
bold.
I'll go with 2012 just because I like
2012?
that number.
It's a beautiful number.
Right, I missed region. So yeah, I think we're in Ontario.
Oh, yeah?
I think we're somewhere on the bench as well,
Bench.
in the Niagara Escarpment area, because I taste limestone.
You can
There's a little
taste
bit of-
people
Taste
sitting on
limestone?
that
A little
bench.
bit of limestone there. So yes, Chardonnay, Canada, Ontario, Niagara Escarpment, 2012.
Price.
This is quality wine here. I'm gonna say $30.
$30.
I'll say 26.
$26.
24, just like my age.
All right.
All right, it is time for our reveal, and it's been a fascinating round, I have to tell you.
Lots of
And
drama.
this little bag is going to open, and your minds will be blown.
I can
Ladies
see
and
it.
gentlemen, it is a
Wow.
look
at
at that Wolf Blass
Nailed the
gold
thing
label. Now this is
down.
fascinating, and you
Down.
know,
Okay, I talked to you
the
out of
master
Claire.
Oh my
sommelier
God.
becomes the
That's
pupil.
Adelaide Hills, right?
Master becomes the pupil. Ladies and gentlemen, because Bill, You got 9 points on this. Like, you nailed it.
Yeah.
John, not so much nailing. 4
Yeah, I got
points
the
on
great
this.
variety.
But I mean, when you make a choice and you go, it's Niagara, well, then you're out of the, you missed
you're
it.
down
right?
the rabbit hole.
You got to
There's no
just
way
make
back.
your choices. Pay. 4 points. So you tied the
Wow.
master sommelier.
You tied
should
the
feel
master
good.
sommelier.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in for our first in a series of amazing wine tastings. We'll be back. Thank you for tuning in. So you think you know wine? I guess Bill did.
Everything's gonna be fine. Me, myself, and wine.